Welcome back to the Metrodome with Andy Skoogman. I'm Jeff Grayson. We're getting set for our Class AA championship. Bold against Mahnomen. Andrew, two teams. You see Bold 11-2 and Mahnomen 11-1 as I get my headset straightened out here.
It's kind of a quick move between Rufus and Roger. You got to get in here and get settled real quickly. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just got to get things settled. Let's talk a little bit about these teams. Obviously, two teams in the Twin Cities that we don't see too much of until the Prep Bowl. Both schools with plenty of Prep Bowl experience.
Yeah, Mahnomen has won this championship 5 times before, and they're an excellent team once again. Bold 11-2, Mahnomen 11-1. Two teams that had an excellent season, obviously, to get here, and this should be a good ball game. These two teams match up well, and we'll get into that as the game progresses.
Yes, we will. When you look at the way these teams can score, especially Bold, I mean, the average score 31-10 is their average score in a game. Mahnomen a little closer, 26-19. Here's some numbers. The yards per game fairly even, but Bold with 350 averaging per game. We're getting set for the kickoff.
We just watched the longest game in Prep Bowl history in our 1A championship game. 3 hours and 8 minutes. That's the longest game in the history of the Prep Bowl. We're kind of behind schedule here, but we're going to pick it up.
Cook County winning the Class A title 38-32 in double overtime. They defeated Adrian for the 2nd straight year. Sort of reminded me of those Eden Prairie Blaine games where you had the same matchup 2 years in a row, and the champion successfully defending its title. Bold will kick off. They're in red. They're the home team on the scoreboard. Mahnomen in white, and we're set for the 2A championship from the Metrodome. Taking it on the kickoff, Nathan DeVries. He's tackled there. Adam Thole making the tackle at around the 25-yard line, and it'll be Mahnomen 1st and 10 to begin the 2A title. You see DeVries staying in the game. Sort of looks like the uniform is the Rose Bowl of Ohio State and Arizona State, but it's not. Ben Bauman, Nathan DeVries, Ted Bussey, and Quentin Tiemann the backfield for Mahnomen. DeVries with over 1,700 yards. Then Spaeth, Ackaby, Francis, Lefstad, and then number 57 is Lefstad, Doug Bierk, Garai, and Simon. 1st and 10. Got a few. The ball to 27-yard line, getting it over the 30-yard line. Here's your defensive line: Rude, Flan, Revere, Vogt, and Uyghur. They give him 5 at 2nd and 5 from the 32. Weiss, Stanke, Fisher, Schall, Seidel, and Herdina completing the secondary for Bold. Ben Bauman, the quarterback, 2nd and 5. Handoff to DeVries. He gets near the 37 where he has to get for the 1st down. Nathan DeVries, 1,700 yards rushing, Andy, 24 touchdowns.
Yeah, this offense, there you see some of the stats from Ben Bowman, but this offense definitely relies on the run. 38 rushing touchdowns for Mahnomen. Ben Bowman, 8 TDs, 4 interceptions, 932 yards. But again, DeVries is the go-to guy with this offense, and they like to run the ball.
DeVries with running room.
Bold's going to have to find a way to stop DeVries. But what's interesting about this Mahnomen team is that if DeVries is bottled up, Quentin Tiemann can take the load off here. We're having a little bit of problems up in the booth here with Jeff Grayson and his microphone, but we'll get it back. There's DeVries' number 20, 23 touchdowns, over 1,700 yards. He's an excellent ball player.
See how this is? How's that?
That's Quentin Tiemann up the middle, short yardage. Mahnomen, we mentioned, has won 5 Prep Bowls. An interesting year. They've had 4 games where they've won by only 1 point or more. So this team has been able to produce some magic this year. They got one more game to go.
Here's DeVries on the handoff. Stopped immediately at the line. Derek Flan, one of the two players who got him along with Dusty Stanky. They went to DeVries again. You were talking about the comeback as we take another look at it. Bold with a nice stop on defense here.
Yeah, Bold definitely a good defensive team against the run. That's why I think this matchup will be so interesting, because Mahnomen can run the ball so well, but Bold, an excellent defense against the rush.
They give up just under 200 yards a game, but only 10 points a game. 3rd and 10 at the 45. Ben Bauman fakes one way. DeVries, big hole. To about the 31-yard line. He has enough for a first down. Making the tackle, Cam Bailey.
Excellent speed by DeVries. You see the acceleration right off the bat. He hits that hole quickly, and it's a big, wide-open hole. Credit to the offensive line on that play.
He just refused to go down in for the winning points in that game against Atwater Cosmos Grove City. Nathan DeVries, 1st and 10 at the 31, a gain of 14 on that play. The wide hole. This time it's Quentin Tiemann. He gets a couple.
Excellent combination in the back. DeVries and Tiemann. Tiemann likes to churn out those yards, whereas DeVries breaks some big ones. Tiemann also has 11 touchdowns on the year to complement DeVries' 23. So again, this backfield, excellent. 927 yards, almost a 1,000-yard season for Quentin Tiemann.
And 11 touchdowns. He got 5 there. DeVries quickly. You see that explosiveness. Getting near the 21, which is where the Indians have to get for a first down. Tackled there, Derek Flan. 86 tackles coming in. He was one of the Warriors in on that play. He got to the 22. It's 3rd and 1. Nice drive here opening the game for Mahnomen. They started at their own 27-yard line. Just about 4 minutes into the 2A championship. 3rd and 1. Ben Bauman looks things over. Tiemann gets the first down and more across inside the 20-yard line now. Bold. Quentin Tiemann.
Mahnomen successful for so many years because of their ability to run the ball and to control the clock. No question about it. Passing is usually more exciting, but there's no better way to win a football game than on the ground.
Here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Tiemann again inside the 15 to about the 12. Derek Fisher making the tackle. He gets 5, 2nd and 5 at the 13. Well, it's not flashy. It's just running right up the middle for the Indians. 2nd and 5 at the 13. About 4.5 minutes in to the 2A championship. Well, not much there. First down is the 8-yard line, so this will bring up 3rd and short. In on the play, we've called his name a bunch of times already. Derek Flan, one of the Warriors, making the tackle, along with Dusty Stanky, the leading tackler for Bold, coming in with 120 tackles, 3 fumble recoveries, 2 interceptions. He's number 34 in red. And you'll see him on the other side of the ball as well. 3rd and 4. Well, Andy, they've needed a bunch of 3rd down conversions. So far, they've gotten them. Here's DeVries inside the 5. 1st and goal, Mahnomen. Todd Seidel makes the tackle, but it'll be 1st and goal for the Indians.
Yeah, it's tough for this Bold team to stop the Mahnomen rush. DeVries, if you watch him here, again, just that quick acceleration, hops over a couple of tacklers, and finally brought down.
It's at the 4. Looks like Tiemann that time getting the pickup. They seem to alternate. DeVries and Tiemann may have gotten a yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Yeah, Derek Fisher, you talked about Stanky with 120 tackles. Derek Fisher, the right linebacker, 82 tackles this year. 3rd on the team. They are an excellent team against the run. Right now, though, Mahnomen, their offense, definitely marching down the field. An excellent way to start this game.
2nd and goal from the 2. DeVries stopped that time. The Warriors snuff it out. Brent Vogt in there, along with Derek Fisher.
Well, we talked about Stonke, we talked about Fisher, and now Vogt. He's got 88 tackles on the year, second on the team. The senior, 6 feet tall, 210 pounds, puts a big hit.
3rd and goal from the 1. Mahnomen with a drive that has gone 72 yards so far. You know the backs behind Bauman. It's DeVries. Did he get over? Yes. Referee signals touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown for Nathan DeVries, and he didn't get it by much, but he got in, and it's 6-0 Mahnomen.
Like you said, an excellent, they've excellent drive to start this ball game. Mahnomen football, run the ball, run it down your throats. Bold just wasn't able to stop him.
There you see it cleared the plane. The ball's got to clear the plane. It didn't buy much, but here we go to the extra point. You see Nathan DeVries. Kick is up and good. You don't see many of those straightaway kickers anymore. You did there. Dan Pavic puts it through, and nearly 7 minutes into the game, it is 7-0. Well, nearly 7 minutes into the first quarter, a 73-yard drive on the Menard scoreboard as Mahnomen up 7-0, and both teams not right here in the backyard of the Twin Cities to get to Prep Bowl 17.
And you're looking at Nathan DeVries there with the touchdown for Mahnomen. There's a quick look at the map of where our teams are from, Mahnomen and Bold, in Class 2A, our 2A championship game here in the Prep Bowl.
Well, here's the kickoff. It's taken by B.J. Shaw, and he's not even to the 20-yard line, where he's tackled by 3 Mahnomen players, including Nathan MacArthur. So Bold will take over, and B.J. Shaw will stay in the game, number 42, because he is one of the backs. Cam Bailey, Tim Zupke, who's got close to 1,600 yards, Derek Fisher, and Shaw, who you just saw on the kickoff return. Then Stonke, Flan, Leach, Knudsen, Vogel, Revere, and Rude, the offensive line. 1st and 10 at the 19. Zupke, the sophomore, getting the carry. He got a couple. Chris Zimmel, one of the Mahnomen players on the tackle. There is Tiemann, Nathan MacArthur, Jason Morrison, and Doug Bierk, the defensive line for Mahnomen. Ackaby, Francis, Spaeth, Ryan DeVries, you've heard his name a lot, and Ben Bauman, a quarterback on offense and defense. 2 for Zupke there. Big hole opening up for Derek Fisher across the 30, near the 35. It'll be a first down for the Warriors. Well, what they received, they just gave back. A nice running play there. Losing his shoe. You see that a lot at the Dome, don't you?
You do. We talked about Mahnomen being a running team. Bold also a great, excellent running football team, but they also have a balanced attack with Cam Bailey at quarterback, but they can run the ball as well. Interesting about Bold is that they're able, if the run isn't working, they do have an excellent passing game as well. With Zupke and Fisher both in the backfield, these two guys have combined for 24 yards, number 21, 22. Either of those two can carry the ball and carry it very well.
You saw the numbers on Fisher, 780 coming in. Not much there on 1st and 10 from the 33. Give him a couple. 2nd and 8 at the 35. You should see quarterback Cam Bailey. Cam Bailey, 81 of 165 as far as completions, nearly 1,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, does have 12 interceptions, but some pretty good numbers there. Fake to one, gave it to Zupke. He's got running room across the 40, run out of bounds there by DeVries. They needed to get to the 43. It looks like it's going to be close. Either be 3rd and short or 1st and 10. We'll see where they mark it, but Zupke with plenty of room.
Both these teams, both their game plans to come out and establish the run. Mahnomen did it on the first drive of the game. Bold trying to do the exact same thing, and so far been very successful.
3rd and 1 is what we have on the scoreboard. We're going to get a measurement, though, just to make it official. As you see, number 22, Tim Zupke. It's been all running so far. I haven't seen a passing attempt yet, but if it works, why mess with it? Bold averaging 350 yards per game and nearly 31 points per game.
Only two a year came to St. Michael, Albertville 21-20 and Windermere 28-21. So both very close games in their losses.
They'll line it up on the right hash mark. Still haven't gotten a...
One thing to maybe look for too, Jeff, in this is that Mahnomen's defense, they allow about 18 points per game, which is fairly high for all the teams that make it to the Prep Bowl. Most of the teams' defense allow only about 10, 12 points a game.
3rd and inches, and I mean inches, and getting the first down easily. Derek Fisher across the 45. Yeah, you're right when you're talking about the statistics. Mahnomen's games tend to be a little bit closer. Bold have been a little bit bigger margin, but they're both here. They have a common opponent. We talked about Atwater Cosmos Grove City. Mahnomen with a couple touchdowns in the final minute to get to this game, beating ACGC. Bold defeated that school 17-zip earlier this season. 1st and 10 at the 47. Tim Zupke near midfield. Got about 3 yards on the play.
I like the way that Bold is mixing it up between Fisher and Zupke in the backfield. Zupke definitely the big player. Fisher, though, grinding out some yards, and maybe Mahnomen starting to key on Fisher, and they hit him quick with Zupke, and he can break him big.
Yeah, and he's got a nice average per carry, too. Warrior line doing a nice job. Brent Vogt, Scott Knutson, Revere doing a nice job blocking. Looks like we got a little helmet problem on the Menards scoreboard. We'll get it fixed. 3 minutes left, first quarter. And I guess we do have it fixed. There's a timeout on the field. Started out, looked like it was an equipment problem. Players went up to the line of scrimmage. Then we had another timeout. We'll take a break on the Menards scoreboard and be back in a moment.
Of KMSP Television and the Minnesota State High School League.
Zupke on the carry, met by plenty of white shirts, struggling to get back to the line of scrimmage. Sonny Ackaby, 90 tackles coming in, number 78. He made the stop there. Loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the Bold 49. And Andy, Bold stands for?
Bird Island, Olivia, Lake Lillian District.
Very good. You have control of the board.
Thank you.
3rd and 8 at the 49. We may see the game's first pass. What do you think? Bailey will go back. He's got plenty of time. Looking downfield, nearly picked off. DeVries on the coverage. Pass intended for Dusty Stanky, a little high. He thought he was pushed. You see his jersey a little undone there around the shoulder pads, but it's incomplete, and it'll be 4th and 8 from the Bold 49.
Yeah, you are like Nostradamus. That was the first pass of the game. You see Bailey.
Stanky thought he was. DeVries on the coverage. We've called his name and number a lot, as you see Cam Bailey getting the signal here, and there's a flag on the play. Must have been late flag. As you see right here, roughing the passer, a personal foul against Mahnomen. So instead of having 4th and 9, it's 1st and 10 Bold at the 36-yard line. Travis Spaeth and company staying on defense. 1st and 10 at the 36. Quickly through Zupke, explosiveness.
Back to their bread and butter for Bold and running, and Zupke again. Both running backs in this game, DeVries and Zupke, both of them with real good acceleration. You saw Zupke display it right there.
Tony Francis in on the tackle. First down. Gain of 10. First and 10 at the 26. Bold coming back with a nice drive. They alternate just as Mahnomen did. This is Derek Fisher. He's stopped by Doug Bierk. Number 52 in white on the tackle. Got across the 25. Got 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Boy, shoes are falling off already at the Metrodome. So far, my tasseled loafers are okay. Give him a yard. It's 2nd and 9, just inside the 25. Between 8 and 9 for a first down. Bailey, he'll fake it. The screen to Zupke. I wonder if that was actually a lateral. Might have been behind the line of scrimmage. Tiemann in there, one of 3 white shirts, along with Nathan MacArthur on the tackle. Really no gain on the play. They're just inside the 25-yard line. It's 3rd and 8 for Bold.
Excellent pursuit by the Mahnomen defense. They were not fooled at all by that screen pass.
Well, everybody's been perfect on 3rd downs. This is a long one here. 3rd and 8. They call it at the 25. Bailey rolling. Got plenty of time to throw. Left side. It is a completion. Nice catch, Dusty Stanke. Inside the 15-yard line. Another perfect 3rd down conversion there. We'll be back with more in a moment. You're watching Prep Bowl 17. It's the 2A championship. Scoreboard late first quarter, but an impressive 3rd down there on 3rd and 8, an 11-yard gain from Cam Bailey to Dusty Stanke. Bold knocking at the door. 1st and 10 at the 14. Bailey rolling out. He's got pressure. Looking. May have to throw it away. He's got running room. Touchdown, Bold. Cam Bailey took it himself.
Yeah, the excellent run by Bailey. Excellent athlete, and he showed his wheels there. I think we talked about this Bold team having a balanced attack, and they showed it the play before with the 3rd and 8 to Dusty Stanke. They'll run it up the middle. They got a pass play, looking for a pass there, but Bailey just took it himself. Excellent run.
Nice block downfield. No one really got a hand on him until he was in the end zone, and here, the extra point is hits the crossbar, and it's no good. So Mahnomen keeps a 7-6 lead. The kick hit the crossbar. I believe that was Stanke doing the kicking. Cam Bailey looking a little bit like Randall Cunningham with this fancy footwork rolling out.
It's so important, as everybody says over and over, for the ability for the quarterback to have the ability to run. It adds such another dimension to your offense, and Bailey.
Watch Travis Spaeth, number 33, right there. Fakes him out. A 14-yard touchdown. Coming right at you.
Yep, just nice cutback move there by Bailey and on into the end zone.
The kick hit the crossbar, so Mahnomen keeps the lead. Each team with impressive scoring drives in the first quarter, and the Indians lead 7-6 over the Warriors. Stanke will kick off. Well, if you like a lot of running, this is the game for you. Ball bouncing, it goes out of bounds. And I can assume that it'll be a re-kick as DeVries let it go out of bounds. Well, here's how Bold did it. That's a nice drive. 12 plays, 81 yards, just under 5 minutes of possession. Bailey capped it off.
Both these teams with real good offenses, both average over 25 points a game. And when you get into the Prep Bowl, most all the teams score a lot of points, don't allow a lot of points, obviously. And both like to run, both can run the football. But Bold's offense a little bit more diversified than Mahnomen. So if Bold can somehow stop the Mahnomen run, that I think is the key.
Yeah, I think Bauman and company prefer to run, and there's DeVries breaking one tackle. Dusty Stanke grabbing him by the jersey near the 40-yard line. Gain of about 5 yards. Indeed, that's what they'll call it. 2nd and 5. Dusty Stanke with the tackle, the leading tackler for Bold. That'll wrap up the first quarter. Impressive drives by both teams. 7-6 Mahnomen after one. The Buick Dealers scoreboard has Mahnomen up by a point after 12 minutes as we begin the second quarter of the 2A championship from the Metrodome with Andy Skugman. I am Jeff Grayson. 2nd and 5 Mahnomen. Ben Bauman walks the Indians up. Yardage fairly even. Both teams taking the ball from where they got it after the kickoff and going down the field. Bauman on the keeper right there. Scott Revere in on the tackle for Bold. A little bit slow getting up. Number 52, Scott Revere. He's heading back to the huddle, though. We see this a lot in the high school of sports. As you see, actually, you see Scott Revere coming off. I was referring to the coaches coaching their kids. That's the case with Mahnomen. 3rd and 5 at the 40. Another 3rd down conversion opportunity. Nice fake on the handoff. Bursting right up the middle was Quentin Tiemann. What a burst there across midfield. Cam Bailey was in there on the tackle.
Bold having a difficult time trying to key on which, they got to figure out which running back is going to get the ball, and they've been distributing the ball to DeVries and Tiemann pretty equally, and it's tough for Bold to stop either one.
Ryan Weiss also in there. Mahnomen in Bold territory. 1st and 10 at the Warriors 48. This time it's DeVries. Play slow developing. You see a couple of red shirts in there. Brian Weeger, one of them, along with Dusty Stanke, as we said, the leading tackler for Bold. He seems to be in there in just about every play. 120 tackles coming into this game. Nearly 10 a game.
He's already caught one pass, too, and he is the leading receiver for the Warriors. You see it a lot. Players playing both sides of the ball. They're just excellent athletes.
That's what's fun about high school, too. Yeah, they're in on offense, defense, special teams. No gain on the play thanks to the stop by Weeger and Stanke. This time it's Tiemann on the alternate running back system near the 45. Gain of about 3 yards, and it'll be another 3rd down. That hasn't seemed to faze Mahnomen.
Neither team has been faced by 3rd downs. First quarter, both just 2 possessions. First quarter, one team runs down, scores. The other team takes the ball, runs the ball, scores. That's the best way to, you know, I mean, any coach will tell you, if we can run the ball, we're going to do it, and we're going to do it all day long.
Yep. Got to prove that they can stop it. 3rd and 7. Well, this time the Warriors have the answer. He may have gotten a yard, but Brian Weeger was in on the play. So is Derek Fisher. So it'll be 4th and 6 at the Bold 44. Well, we may have a punt, believe it or not. One thing, when the running game is going so well, a game moves very quickly. Clock keeps moving, unlike the game previously, which was a state record in real time. What?
3 hours and 8 minutes it took.
Wow.
Excellent ball game.
Double overtime. Cook County defeating Adrian for the 2nd straight year to win the 1A title. Low snap. May have been partially blocked. DeVries with the punt. Takes a Mahnomen bounce where Bold will take over. 3 minutes into a fast-moving game. An extra point that hit the crossbar. That's the difference right now. Mahnomen leading Bold 7-6. 2 teams with state titles this decade. Each trying to get one more here in 1998. 9:01 left in the half. 1st and 10. Cam Bailey handoff to Derek Fisher. Travis Spate, one of 3 Mahnomen players in there, along with Tony Francis.
Francis definitely the guy on defense for Mahnomen. 107 tackles, leads the team. Plays a tough linebacker position.
2 yards for Fisher. It's 2nd and 8 from the 22, and Clock continues to move. 8.5 minutes left first half. I formation. Fisher, first back, goes to the second. Tim Zupke. Interesting, both teams doing that, handing off to one player and then just kind of alternating on both sides, and it's worked so far for both teams.
Yeah, both teams with two good running backs, and both teams using them a lot so far today.
Now here's another third down, 3rd and 7, 1 yard on the play for Zupke. As you take a look at Tony Francis. Bailey walks him up, 3rd and 7. See if we see another pass attempt. Last time Bailey threw, he wound up running for the touchdown. Pump fake. He's going long for Stackey. Diving catch. It's a completion inside the 45. There's a flag on the. Freeze was on the coverage. Looked like there was a little bumping down the sideline. Both players coming up limping. Yeah, Dusty Stackey over to the sideline immediately.
Hard to tell what happened. Looked like he may have just hit that turf hard. I mean, this turf is not real soft. As people who haven't been down here haven't gotten a chance to play on turf before. It's pretty hard. They look like they're maybe doing something to his hip. Excellent pass. Stackey with just an amazing catch. Extends himself, makes the grab.
I wonder if it was right there at the end of the play where he got hit in the ankle. It's a 34-yard gain right there. Now they're working on Dusty Stackey. The call was defensive holding. And back to live action. 1st and 10 at the 43. Bailey, he's got it, nearly picked off. Tony Francis got a piece of it. Well, 2 straight plays. Bold goes to the air. You mentioned got a little more diverse attack than Mahnomen.
Yeah, Bailey's thrown 18 touchdowns this year, almost 1,400 yards. So they can pass the ball as well, and so can Mahnomen. They just don't as often.
Now you got that running game. 2nd and 10 at the 43. Here's the pitch. Zupke running out of room. Britt Zimmel made him change direction. Nathan MacArthur also got him, as did Doug Bierk. So another long 3rd down here. Really haven't gotten anything. 3rd and 10, just outside the 43-yard line of Mahnomen.
Both defenses getting a feel for each other's offenses, and I think that they're starting to be able to shut down these running backs a little bit better than they did in the first quarter, and that could change the whole outlook of this game.
Fisher behind Bailey. Here's Bailey, plenty of time, throws a rocket over everybody. Jay Rude was the intended receiver. Good coverage by DeVries and also by Ben Bauman. So it'll be 4th down. Defense is toughening up here.
Yeah, Bailey just overthrew him. He had the time. Credit to the offensive line. Gave him excellent protection. Overthrew the ball, but that might have been better because he wasn't wide open, let's say that.
Back to punt for Bold is Tom Goblersch. Here's Goblersch. No trouble getting the punt off. Look out, if Mahnomen touches that ball, it's a live ball. It's going to be inside the 10-yard line. It takes a bold bounce. And it's down at the 8-yard line. Nice punt there by Goblersch as Bill Leach put his mitts on it. We still got a 7-6 ball game on the Buick Dealers scoreboard. With Andy Skugman, Jeff Grayson at the Metrodome. It's the 2A championship in Prep Bowl 17. That was the score after the first quarter. No points as we reach the midway point of the second quarter. Nice punt there by Goblersch, driving Mahnomen back. We'll have to start at their 8-yard line.
Yeah, both defenses, as you mentioned, toughening up here in the second quarter. And Mahnomen, they have a long way to go after an excellent punt.
Second man gets it this time. DeVries just over the 10-yard line. Brian Weeger, number 61, tackle. He got a couple on the play. As you see, Mr. Weeger. I keep thinking on the back those are last names, and it's
everybody's named Warriors.
Yes. Mahnomen in white, got the Gopher type colors. You look at Bold, and they look like Ohio State. Nearly 5 yards of carry for DeVries. This time it's Tiemann. Looked like Bold knew what was coming there. Really nothing opening up, and now it is starting to become a grinded out game. It'll be a long third down here for Mahnomen.
Bold's strength on defense is against the run. Only allowed just over 1,000 yards rushing this season. And they are toughening up since quarter number 1. And DeVries and Tiemann, tough yardage.
This time Bauman will throw another near lateral. That may have been a lateral. DeVries bowls his way for the first down. Went right over Luke Cordina. I think he's got it. He needed to get to about the 18-yard line, and it's going to be marked at the 20. Take a look at this throw, Andy. It looks like, is this a lateral when he throws it like this behind? That's close.
That is very close.
And the bulldozing right there. B.J. Shaw was there. Luke Cordina making the stop. 1st and 10 at the 20. A rare throw from the Indians on that play by Bauman. Back to the running game. First player was Tiemann to the 25-yard line. Derek Flan, one of the Bold players on the tackle.
Back to their bread and butter. Tiemann up the middle. It's worked so far this game. He's an excellent runner. Turn out 5 yards or so per carry, and that's going to be tough to beat.
That's what he got there. 2nd and 5 at the 25. Less than 5 minutes to go in this half. One of the fastest halves I can remember. You keep the ball on the ground, and clock keeps moving. Not many possessions for each team. Each has scored on one. Each has had to punt the ball. DeVries gets through across the 30, still on his feet. 40, 45, 50. Inside the 40 to the 35. Nathan DeVries. Big run there.
DeVries, we've said all game, excellent speed, showed it on that play. Great acceleration. Watch him hit this hole quickly. Sheds the tackle, cuts back. He's the big play guy. Tiemann churns out the 5 yards or so, and then they hit you quickly with DeVries. Excellent running back.
Brian Weiss and Dusty Stanke in there on the tackle. About a 41-yard gain. Nathan DeVries over 100 already, more than 7 a carry and a touchdown. There's a flag thrown before the ball was snapped. It'll be a delay call against Mahnomen. Under 4 minutes now. That'll stop the clock. What a run there. You saw the breaking of tackles by Nathan DeVries. Over 1,700 yards coming into this game as the penalties marked off.
His longest on the season, a 73-yarder, so he is able to break him and break him pretty big. Tiemann, we talked about him being kind of the short yardage back, but not really. He can also bust it up too. His longest this season, 63 yards, so both of them big play threats.
5-yard penalty on the delay. 1st and 15 at the 39. Bauman fakes, gives it to Tiemann, still on his feet across the 25 to about the 23-yard line, and he almost broke it. Luke Cordina on the tackle, but Quentin Tiemann got through the hole for another nearly a first down. It is a first down. 16 on the play.
If you're Bold coach Steve Solom, you've got to be scratching your head right now. How can we stop these guys? How do we do this? If we key on one, they go to the other. And they are just, this backfield, just unbelievable.
And he's over 4 a carry, nearly 5. 1st and 10, Bauman. Well, that's one way to stop him. Stop yourself. Snap got fumbled there. Bauman got it, though. It'll be 2nd down for Mahnomen as we get close to 3 minutes left in the first half. Loss of 1 on the fumble. 2nd and 11.
They didn't get that one, but they have recovered 18 fumbles this year, the Bold defense has. And when the team that's running the ball so much, you're going to have to try maybe to start trying to strip the ball and get a turnover.
2nd and 11. It's DeVries, stopped outside the 20. Brian Weiss and Brent Vogt gets the vote for the tackle. It'll be a 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 from the 21. Coming up on 2.5 left in the first half. As you see Derek Fisher of the Bold Warriors. Well, 3rd down conversions have been a story in this first half. Let's see if Mahnomen can get another one. Bauman going long, man open, touchdown Mahnomen. Adam Simon, 21 yards.
An excellent call, I think, on 3rd down. They've been running all game. We said Bauman can throw the ball. He showed it. He just doesn't have to do it very much this season. He hasn't had to. Their perfect pass, put it right on the money. 6 points.
Oh, as a receiver, you got to love a pass like that. Extra point try is good. Dan Pavic makes it a 14-6 game. Mahnomen suckering him with the run, scores on the pass, and has an 8-point lead. Mahnomen had been running well, and just when you thought they might run it again, they go to the air.
Yeah, the money play is through the air with the pass from Bowman to Simon, but they got all the way down in position with the run, with DeVries and Tiemann running this team down. Bowman, great pass, great catch by Simon, 7 points total, 14-6. Mahnomen on top.
Nice play action, too, by Bauman. Todd Seidel on the kickoff return to about the 25-yard line. Mahnomen going the long way. 92 yards, 9 plays, nearly 4.5 minutes. Capped off by the touchdown to Simon.
I like that line, too. Sucker them with the run and score with the pass. I think that's pretty good.
Thanks. I think a lot of NFL teams are trying to do that. If you have a good running game, all of a sudden the other one falls into place. 1st and 10 at the 27. Bailey fires it to B.J. Shaw. 34 receptions coming in. He's just over the 30-yard line. Clock continuing to run. 1:50 left in the first half. Each team with 3 timeouts. He gets 6 on the reception. Bailey again. Bullet, man open. Dusty Stanky. DeVries knocked him down at the 35.
Here's where Bold's tough, because there's only, under 2 minutes to go. They can pass the ball. They pass it very well. Bailey, an excellent quarterback. And Stanky, his favorite receiver, just fires it right in there.
1st and 10. Same combination. Bailey to Stanky inside the 30. He had time on both those throws, and you're right. He fired those in there right on the money.
Yeah, this is his favorite target. They've connected for 11 touchdowns. Stanky's got 11 touchdowns, 34 receptions during the regular season. And this Bold offense, I like it because they can run, but when they need to, they can pass, and they pass very well.
They're working the 2-minute right now. Ball at the 28-yard line. You see Dusty Stanky making a couple of catches on this drive. Over 21 yards a catch so far in the first half. There's 1:27 left in the half. Plenty of time for Bold to get points out of this. They're down 8, 14-6. Each team with a punt. Mahnomen with 2 scoring drives. Bold working on what it hopes to be its second. Foley and Jackson County Central, the 3A championship. That follows this game. We still have 3 more games after this, the 3, 4, and 5A championships. This is the 2A. Bold fans hoping to get within 1 or a tie, depending if they can score and go for 1 or 2. Cam Bailey getting up near the center, taking his time. That was Bold's first time out of the half. They still got 2 left. I formation. Bailey throwing. Pump fake. That ball was tipped as he threw. His arm was in motion. I think it was Jason Morrison who hit him. They got him. They said his arm's in motion on the play.
Watch the Mahnomen defense just comes at Bailey, and they come strong. Can't get rid of the ball. Pocket collapses.
You know, it was Quentin Tiemann, the running back.
Ooh, that's close. It's nearly a fumble.
Because he made the pump fake and brought it back. 3rd and 2. Bull needs the first down. He got to get to the 26, and I don't think he got it. That's close. Tim Zupke. Looks like a 4th and 1 situation for Bold here. 4th and 1 at the 27. They need a yard to keep this drive going. Yeah, Tiemann again making the tackle from behind, just enough to stop Zupke. Zupke's got it again. Travis Spaeth was in there. They needed to get to the 26-yard line. That's where the ball is right now. 49 seconds left in the first half. We may get a measurement. Looks like he got it. What do you think?
From up here, it looks like they have enough, but they are going to bring out the chains.
The chain gang.
The chain gang.
That's the sound of
the
men
nice shot
working
from
on
up
the chain
top
gang.
up there.
Yes, it is.
Get a good perspective.
Well, he got it by a football. 1st and 10, Bold at the 26. They've got 2 timeouts and 49 seconds. 2 big passes to Dusty Stanke, the big play so far on this drive. In the 2-minute drill, the complete opposite of how the first half has gone to this point. Here's Bailey again, looking. Someone might have gotten a piece of that one as well. Sonny Ackaby diving, nearly got the interception, as you see Sonny right there.
Mahnomen causing Cam Bailey some fits here. Their defensive line, great pass rush. He just doesn't have a lot of time to look.
They're getting their hands on some footballs too as Bailey's throwing. 2nd and 10 at 26. 43 seconds on the clock. You see in the right corner of your screen. Bailey rolling out to buy some time. Lofts it into the end zone. Incomplete. Ball was intended for B.J. Shaw, but he was pretty well covered there on the play by Charlie Ryan.
Mahnomen's secondary playing well right now. Not giving Bailey anybody to throw to. Their defense, Mahnomen's defense coming up big. Good pass rush. Their secondary covering well.
It is 3rd and 10 from the 26. 36 seconds on the clock. The drive has gotten very slow after that big completion to Stanke. Put him at about the 30-yard line. Bailey going way back. Cross field. Completes his pass. Breaking one tackle is Jay Rude. As they went cross field on the play, Bold wants a timeout with 21 seconds left. They need to get to the 21 for the first down. I'm sorry, to the 16. It's 4th and 6. 4th and 6 at the 22-yard line. Well, what do you do here, Mr. Scoogin? Let's play coach here.
Can't say enough about the Mahnomen defensive line again. Bailey, that's a dangerous pass to throw it across field like that. But Mahnomen, just the rush. Bailey has no time to do anything. He's forced to throw passes that he doesn't want to throw or to throw them away.
On that play, he took about between a 5 and 10 steps back to try to buy some time. Mahnomen defensed it well. Only 4 yards on the pickup by Jay Rude. 4th and 6 at the 22. And however this winds up, it'll be a big boost going into the locker room for whoever comes out on top here. Bailey fires it. Complete at the 10-yard line. B.J. Shaw. Ben Bauman gave him a jolt, but it's 1st and goal from the 10.
B.J. Shaw ran an excellent pattern on that play. And Bailey hit him perfectly. If he would have waited any longer, Oh, great catch, too. Held on after getting hit hard, but able to hold on to the ball. Perfect pattern, perfect pass. First down.
Ben Bauman takes a lot of hits when he's on offense as the quarterback. Take a look at this one. He gives it out that time. It'll be marked at the 9-yard line. Bailey's got a rocket. Now the red shirts of Bold. Everybody in red on this side of the field that we're on, and they are up on their feet. 15 seconds left. Bold out of timeouts, taking their last one. Well, with 15 seconds left, he got a chance to get a couple of shots in there.
Oh, I think you're going to see him go right in. Number 34, watch number 34, somewhere in the end zone, across the middle.
Dusty Stanky.
Dusty Stanky across the middle. They're going to have at least two shots at this one.
Stanky was shaken up a few minutes ago on that long pass. He's in there. He's way wide right, and you see Shaw 42 left side. He's looking for Stanky, lofts it up. Broken up at the last minute by DeVries. You called it.
Excellent play by DeVries, able to get his hand on the football.
I thought that this was going to be 6.
Watch DeVries, just puts his hand up, just gets the ball, and Stanky can't. At that point, he can't come back because he's backing up. There's no way that he can come back toward that ball. So DeVries with an excellent play there.
He had his back to the quarterback. He had eyes in the back of his head. Bailey jumps, and it's intercepted. There's a flag down. Bauman running with it to the 20-yard line. There is a flag down at the 2-yard line. Flag down at the 2. We'll try to figure it out here. We'll get the call on 2nd and goal. So it was interference. Yep, pass interference. Forget the interception. Maybe that's how they got it. So that's an automatic first down, although the most important statistic, 2 seconds on the clock. That was a long play with the interception and run, but let's see where they mark the ball. Yeah, one play here. One play for a possible tie. This is big. It's inside the 5. They go half the distance on that one.
Watch Stanky again. He's lined up on the left side.
From the 4-yard line. Bailey way back near the 15. Throws it. They got it. Derek Fisher, touchdown, Bold. On the last play of the half, what a turn of events.
Unbelievable momentum swing. Mahnomen playing tough defense. Had that interception, the penalty, mistakes down by the goal line always will hurt a team. And Mahnomen hurt huge on that play. They could have went into half with a lead of 14-6. Now this ball game could be tied at the half.
Look how far back Bailey was there. Tony Francis almost batted it down. Touchdown, Bold. And now they go for 2, and now there's a flag down. When they stop it before the snap, probably against Bold. Actually, no. Bold is saying it's against Mahnomen. Well, they'll get it a little closer. It's from 2 yards out now. That was a 4-yard score. Mahnomen, they have all their timeouts. They didn't use one in the half until now, so they'll take one. There is no time on the clock. The Derek Fisher touchdown off the pass from Cam Bailey on the last play of the half. Whatever happens on this conversion, what a boost for Bold.
Cam Bailey looks like an excellent quarterback. He can run. He showed that in the first quarter with his touchdown run, but Mahnomen with some good defensive pressure again on him. He just backs it up and fires it. But has the presence of mind to hold on to that ball. Look, he looked to at least 2 receivers on that play.
You're right. He showed good composure there. Well, he's run for 1. He has thrown for 1. An impressive drive in short amount of time. 73 yards, 12 plays, just over 2 minutes. Fisher caps it off with a touchdown catch. This for the tie to end the half. They got it. We are tied at halftime. And Derek Fisher looked like it was 21 getting over the goal line. Derek Fisher getting the last 8 points of the half, and what a boost, Andrew.
Oh, definitely. Like we said, mistakes around the goal line. They'll kill teams. Mahnomen's penalty changed the momentum of this game. They could have went into half with an 8-point lead. Now it's tied up.
The first man through gets the last points of the first half, and what an entertaining first half. Well played by both teams. Let's go to Lillian McDonald.
That's right, Jeff. With me now is Bold head coach Steve Solomon. I'll tell you what, you can't get any closer than that.
No, you can't. And, well, it's been an exciting half so far. And we need to make some adjustments towards their defense and to get our offense clicking a little bit. Usually the run carries us, but today the pass is doing it. So what we need to do is go back in there, make some evaluation, find out a spot where we can work things. And you got to give Mahnomen credit. They're a good ball club, and they're playing a great game right now.
Well, you took the kick on that last play that set you to behind on the missed kick, making it 7-6. Why not go for 2 there?
Well, I think from now on we will be going for 2. You know, the kickers, they drive me crazy, and they're doing a good job of it today. Thing is, even if you go for 2, you got to come up with a play that's got to go, and right now their defense has been playing pretty tough and taking a lot of our game away. So it was tough to go for 2 on that one when you go for the point and you go for the tie right there and then see what happens.
You guys have a reputation this season of scoring a ton of points. I don't know if that's going to happen today.
Well, I don't know if it's going to happen either, but then you look on the flip side, Mahnomen's known for scoring a ton of points, and we've been holding them down. We need just to go back out and play our style of defense, which right now we're not playing as well as we could, and that's not the best half that we could play, and we got to make an adjustment.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. Good luck to you. Thank you very much. All right, that's the Bold coach, Steve Solom. We'll have more halftime activities coming up right after this.
Welcome back to the Class 2A Championship of Prep Bowl XVII 17 to you and me. With Andy Skugman, I am Jeff Grayson. 14 all, Mahnomen and Bold. Fun first half. Well played first half.
Very well played first half. We'll take a look at the statistics in just a moment, but the statistics pretty much even in the first half. If we can look at some of the highlights, the touchdowns in the first half. We start with Mahnomen. DeVries just barely gets in the first quarter. 7-0. Mahnomen. DeVries with 109 yards in the first half. Then Bold will strike Cam Bailey. This kid can throw, he can run, he can move well. He shows that on that touchdown run in the first quarter. 16 yards. The extra point will fail. 7-6 Mahnomen.
Indians come back, though. They had run the ball well, and we said they kind of suckered Bold in with a pass. Yep. Adam Simon, a perfectly thrown ball from Ben Bauman. And then Cam Bailey with composure to end the half.
Yeah, Mahnomen's defense, good pressure on Bailey, but he's been real composed in the pocket. He finds Derek Fisher. They go for the 2-point conversion. We're all tied at 14 at the half. As we said, the statistics pretty even. Rushing yards, though, that's interesting. Bold with only 61, Mahnomen 170. What Bold didn't get on the ground, though, they got in the air with 110 yards passing. Total offense 171, 191. Pretty even. Interesting, Mahnomen 4 penalties to none for Bold.
And the last one was the pass interference call that Ben Bauman picked off the pass, which seemingly stopped the Bold drive, but it was a ruled pass interference on Mahnomen, and Bold got the chance to score again, and their fans are happy now because they tied it up. Derek Fisher getting the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and the people in the red shirts are fired up because we're tied at 14. 7-6 Mahnomen after the first quarter. Bold outscoring Mahnomen 8-7 in the second. And that's how we got to this point, tied at 14. That first extra point by Bold hit the crossbar and bounced off. It was no good. Yeah, the penalties were a story. Bold playing a clean game, no penalties. no yards.
Turnovers and penalties, when you got two good teams or two equal teams, let's say it that way, always seems to be the difference. Whoever makes a mistake, either one, penalty or turnover, usually it's a mistake. And if you can eliminate mistakes, when you eliminate mistakes, Jeff, you'll win ball games. And that mistake with the penalty by Mahnomen late in the first half, the defensive penalty that definitely turned this ball game. They would have been up 14-6 at the half. Now we're tied. Got to eliminate those mistakes.
Let's bring you up to date quickly in case you're just joining us on the other games. In 9-man, Cromwell, a familiar name in 9-man championships, defeating Hillcrest Lutheran 40-22. And then in the longest game in prep history, 3 hours, 8 minutes, double overtime, Cook County repeat champion over Adrian, a rematch from a year ago, 38-32. That was a great game. Roger Buxton and Rufus Best called those first two games, and that Cook County game, obviously close. Double overtime. Cook County pulls it out. Mahnomen will kick off. Bold will receive. B.J. Shaw is back there, number 42. Also, number 44, Todd Seidel. Halfway home in the 2A championship, Dan Pavic getting set to kick off, number 87 in white. He needs a football first. Well played, couple long scoring drives to start the first half. We'll see how the second half starts. Bold came in to the playoffs unranked in the final Associated Press state poll in 2A. Mahnomen, they came in ranked number 10, but they're both here, and this is Shaw from about the 5-yard line across the 20, the 25 to about the 27-yard line. In on the tackle, Travis Spaeth. Also, Chris Zimmel, number 74. As you see, Shaw holding his left elbow. That's not fun, hitting the turf. That's why you see sometimes Randall Cunningham will wear sleeves from about his bicep down to his forearm, just to cover up those arms because of that turf. Get some rug burns. 1st and 10 at the 28. Cam Bailey comes up. Fisher and Zupke, I formation. Zupke, second man through across the 30-yard line. Doug Bierk making the tackle, number 52.
You heard Coach Steve Solom tell Lillian McDonald at half that the run has usually carried them. They had to turn to the pass in the first half, but in the second half, right off the bat, again, they're trying to run the ball and control the clock, control this game.
3 yards for Zupke. Cam Bailey with a nice passing game after initially Bald ran in the first quarter. This time on the pitch, it's Zupke going to his right, shifting direction near the 33. Got a couple. Doug Bierk in there again. It brings up 3rd and 5. Zupke with the first couple carries here. And if you're a Bold fan, you got to like the fact he'll be around for 2 more years. Fisher out in front of him. Making the first contact was Travis Spaeth, the safety. I'm sorry, the left corner, someone whose name we've called plenty of times already. 50% on 3rd down for the Warriors. Second man, Zupke gets it, trying to escape. Had to get to the 38. He is short, and he is knocked out of bounds by Tony Francis, number 58.
Ever since the end of the first quarter, second quarter and on, Mahnomen's defense, both with the pass rush and on the run, playing excellent defense, smothering defense, and Bold's having a lot of problems.
You see, just 58 read it well. Throwing Zupke out of bounds. Dusty Stanke had a couple key receptions, booms the punt. Charlie Ryan backtracking at his 25. And when it's all said and done, he probably got to about where he received it, near the 27-yard line. We've played nearly 2 minutes of the third quarter. Mahnomen and Bold tied in the 2A championship.
At last.
Whoa! This will never do. Whoa! Introducing the first luxury SUV that doesn't ride like a truck. The RX 300, Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year.
Well, hello there.
A Lexus of Wayzata and Lexus of Maplewood.
All-American Recreation, all we sell is fun.
All-American makes handcrafted, elegant pool tables right here in Minnesota. Choose oak, maple, or cherry. 50 table styles and cloth colors to choose from.
All we sell is fun.
Featuring foosball and air hockey, darts, bars and bar stools. Hurry, sale ends Christmas Eve.
All-American Recreation, all we sell is fun.
All tied up on the U.S. Bank scoreboard with Andy Skugman, Jeff Grayson from the Metrodome. This is the third of 6 state championship football games here on UPN 9. It's Prep Bowl 17. Now Tim Solom, his Bold Warriors tied here. Steve Solom, I'm sorry, 14 all. First man through, Quentin Tiemann near the 35-yard line. Luke Herdina making the tackle.
First half, Tiemann and DeVries. DeVries with 15 carries, Tiemann with 12, 62 yards for Tiemann in the first half. It definitely, the running back by committee, a two-man committee for these guys, and it's worked out well.
7 yards for Tiemann on first down, 2nd and 3. This time it's DeVries. You mentioned the alternating running backs. One takes it one play, and on the next, the other. Scott Revere in there on the tackle. Also, Derek Flan way on the bottom. There's Jay Rude. He was in there.
Ben Ballman threw only one pass in the first half. It was a 21-yard completion for a touchdown. But he was 1 for 1, just one attempt in all the first half.
Well, it's 3rd and 1 this time. 3rd and 1 at the 37. Tiemann, the quickness to about the 40-yard line. He's driven back, but he gets it up for the first down. Brent Vogt and Todd Seidel in there on the tackle, along with Derek Fisher. But Tiemann is quick. 1st and 10 Warriors at the 40-yard line. 3rd down conversions impressive today for both these teams. And the clock keeps moving, a fast-paced game. We've played 3 minutes of the 3rd quarter. And barring a shock, I would say probably another running play here. This time it's DeVries, the second person through. Derek Flan was in there, also Brian Weiss, number 32. You see him helping up a player. Three yards for DeVries. He's over 100. He had 109 in the first half. 2nd and 7 ball at the 43. Mahnomen grinding it out right now. He's got 114 for the game now. DeVries is the second back. He takes the pitch. He cuts across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Looks to be a pickup of nearly 4 yards. Dusty Stanke in there. Someone whose name we've called several times today on offense and defense. The Warriors' leading tackler coming in.
DeVries, a talented runner. You can tell when they talk about running backs and they run with their eyes, they keep their head up and watch. And you can tell because he's got the ability to cut back there when he sees the small hole and hit it.
He did it there. 3rd and 3. Ball at the 47. Mahnomen needs to get to midfield exactly for a first down. Left side, DeVries, running room across the 50, getting to the sideline. Hit out of bounds, and that's going to be a late hit. DeVries is down. Dusty Stanke put a lick on him, and I think that could be a personal foul. Both players okay. DeVries slow getting up, but he's back going to the huddle.
Let's take a look again. DeVries shows his speed on this play.
Good downfield blocking, too.
And he steps out of bounds. He's obviously out of bounds, and Stanke hits him into a state high school league official, too, I believe, but he is up as well.
Well, everybody's still in the game, but when they march off this penalty, The ball is at the 15-yard line.
I do see the State High School League official, though, rubbing his hip or his quadricep down there. But he is up. He's okay. Everybody's all right.
Yeah, I mean, that can be scary, though, without any equipment if you hit your head.
No question about it.
First and 10 at the 15 after the penalty. And it's DeVries getting it right back, getting through to the 10-yard line. Luke Herdina, Brian Weeger in there on the tackle. But it's a pickup of 5 yards. 2nd and 5, ball at the 10-yard line. Mahnomen knocking on the door. Their first drive of the second half, similar to their first drive in the game.
Mahnomen running behind Sonny Ackaby and Tony Francis on that left side. A couple of players that are opening up holes for DeVries.
2nd and 5. Bauman looks things over. Who will get it this time? It's DeVries again. Across the 5. It'll be 1st and goal. Mahnomen. Derek Flan in there on the tackle. You're right about the holes that Indian offensive line is opening up.
Mentioned Ackaby and Francis that time. Bjork and Garai on the right side of the line. Huge hole. And DeVries with that acceleration can get right in there, get through there in an instant for a nice game.
Todd Seidel assisting on the tackle as well. But he got 7. 1st and goal from the 3. This time it's Tiemann to about the 1, between the 1 and the 2. Derek Fisher with his back to the camera, number 21 in there. The view from atop. Brent Vogt also stopping Tiemann's progress. It was Dusty Stanke. He's around the ball in every play. They need a big one here. 2nd and goal from the 1. Quickly, Tiemann into the end zone. Touchdown, Mahnomen. The Indians made that look easy.
Again, on the left side there with Ackaby and Francis, those two big guys on the left side of the line, tackle and guard. Big hole. Tiemann just, as you said, made it look easy, just pretty much walked in. And this Mahnomen team impressive on the ground.
Tiemann gets in. It's Brent Vogt. That was the last person in his way. Extra point try now. Dan Pavic. Kick is up. And it's back to a 7-point game. So Mahnomen doing it on the ground with a 7-point lead on the U.S. Bank scoreboard. It's 21-14. 5:50 to go in the 3rd. You say tomato, I say tomato. They go with DeVries, then they go with Tiemann.
10 plays, 72 yards, eat up 4 minutes and 33 seconds, and Tiemann, huge hole, no problem at all, walks in.
Well, Mahnomen, really taking it to the bold defense. You mentioned the scoring drive. I mean, that's tough to beat right there, and all on the ground too. 10 plays, 72 yards, just over 4.5 minutes of possession. Quentin Tiemann caps it off. Still plenty of time here. Well played game. 21-14 Mahnomen. Bold fans want something to cheer about here. The Warriors will get the ball back on the Pavic kickoff. Shaw is back there. But this time, that's Seidel, Todd Seidel. Ball came loose after the whistle. So about the 40-yard line. That's Todd Seidel on the return, where Cam Bailey and company will take over. 1st and 10, good field position at their own 40. 5:42 left. Todd Seidel, another young player, a sophomore. The Warriors have some players coming back. Tim Zupke, the leading rusher, he's a sophomore as well. Tailback in that I formation, number 22. You see him there. Here's Cam Bailey, 1st and 10. First man through, Derek Fisher. Got 5 or 6 yards there across the 45. 2nd and 5. Tony Francis, who you're looking at right there, in on the play. Now, that's just old-fashioned football most of the time, isn't it?
It is, and no matter what, no matter how old it is, it still works to this day. If you can run the ball and run it effectively, like both these two teams can, you're going to end up in a state championship game.
Yep. I always think of Bill Parcells when I see games like this.
Or Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson,
yeah.
He likes it too. Third and 2 at the 48. Warriors need to get to midfield. That is Nathan MacArthur. He and the Indians trying to stop the drive here. Seems like when one team has scored, the other teams come right back. Zupke, it'll depend where his forward progress was marked. Travis Spaeth and Quentin Tiemann in there on the tackle. They need to get to the 50, and the ball is marked right at the 50, so it appears to be a first down.
Quentin Tiemann made a lot of noise on offense, but he's playing well defensively too as well. Spaeth with that tackle, Tiemann with an assist, but Tiemann having an excellent ball game both offensively and defensively. And we said this before, it's fun in high school because so many players play on both sides of the ball.
You're right. You feel like it's deja vu when you call their names that many times. I mean, Derek Fisher, Dusty Stanke. As we get the measurement, it is 4th and inches. There was one of these in the first half too. No hesitation. Here come the Warriors at midfield by less than a football. They need to get a first down. Fisher and Zupke behind Bailey. Let's see what they do here. First man, Fisher spins his way. Second effort into Mahnomen territory.
Zupke gets a lot of the publicity and the praise in the backfield for the Warriors, but Fisher definitely a great running back too. 780 yards this year, 12 touchdowns. Both he and Zupke both have 12 touchdowns, but he's a big boy and can get those short yardage, tough yards when you need them.
Tony Francis made the initial stop, but Fisher got away. Bailey with time, man open, B.J. Shaw to the 45-yard line. Gain of nearly 5 yards. Bold, more diverse attack. The play action.
I really like Bailey. I mean, he's got a lot of poise in the pocket. Doesn't have the happy feet, as they say, and he just fires it in there.
Got a good arm. Accurate. 2nd and 3. The ball all the way to the 42. Bailey on a keeper, trying to get outside. Runs into his own man. Spins. Got near the 35. He was driven back. Tony Francis, who you see why he came in with 107 tackles. The leading tackler for Mahnomen. He was in there on the tackle again. But it's a 1st and 10, Bold at the 35.
Bailey with an excellent fake. Mahnomen's defense bit hard. He made a nifty move. Tried to spin out of it, but Francis gave him a big shot.
B.J. Shaw doing some downfield blocking. Coming up on 3 minutes left, 3rd quarter. Bailey fakes the handoff, gets hit as he throws. Nearly caught by Jay Rude, then almost intercepted off the tip. Tony Francis, who else? He was in the area, as was Nathan DeVries. Bailey under pressure. 2nd and 10 from the 35.
Yeah, pretty good coverage by Mahnomen. Good pass rush again. Excellent pass by Bailey. Just couldn't hang on.
Looked like Nathan MacArthur putting the pressure on Cam Bailey. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 35. They go back to the ground. Derek Fisher still on his feet across the 30. It'll be 2nd and 3, or 3rd and 3 or 4. They'll call it 3rd and 4 at the 29. Under 3 minutes in the 3rd quarter.
Look at the pass rush. Excellent call by Bold there.
A bold call.
Yeah, a bold call by Bold. Mahnomen coming hard at Cam Bailey. Just the handoff underneath, and worked well.
3rd and 4 at the 29. Another big 3rd down conversion here. Bailey, oh, he had his man open. Ben Bauman in on the coverage. The intended receiver was B.J. Shaw, and I think Bold would like to have that one back.
Yeah. Bailey had time that time. Made a nice pass, and Shaw just not able to hang on to it. We're going to watch him here. Look at the offensive line. Gives him good protection.
Might have been a half step behind him, but very catchable.
Looked like it hit off the bottom of his shoulder pad and into his helmet.
4th and 4. No hesitation here where the ball is. 4th and 4 at the 29. Late third quarter. Bailey got time for Shaw. A tougher catch, but he came down with it. B.J. Shaw, 11 touchdowns receiving coming into Prep Bowl 17. First down, Bold. What a big play on 4th down.
Excellent play, excellent pass again by Bailey. Look at the poise in the pocket. Great catch, absolutely beautiful catch. Here's an interesting thing. Where's Dusty Stonke in this drive? They're kind of going to Shaw now, and he's coming up big.
34 receptions, 11 touchdowns coming in. Fisher spinning. He may score. Touchdown, Bold. 21 yards for number 21.
What a run, Jeff. What a run by Fisher. Inside handoff, sheds the tackle. Another tackle. Then watch this. Hops over and carries him into the end zone. Fisher ends up keep both. Either one of these guys, just like Mahnomen with DeVries and Tiemann, running back by committee, and it's an excellent committee, I'll tell you.
Tony Francis, Chris Zimmel, and Charlie Ryan all had a shot at him. Bold going for 2. Bailey on his horse, rolling. Batted down in the end zone, threw into traffic, intended for B.J. Shaw. Pass batted down by Nathan DeVries, and we have a 1-point game in the 2A championship. What a game. Derek Fisher has brought the Warriors within a point on the U.S. Bank scoreboard. He scored the last touchdown of the first half, and now Derek Fisher has scored the most recent touchdown in this game. Bold to within a point.
Just an absolutely unbelievable run. Look at his leg strength, though. The ability to stay up and run hard, and then even hop over right there and get on into the end zone. Excellent run, capping off a 60-yard, 11-play drive. 4:01 elapsed on that drive. 21-yard touchdown run by Derek Fisher.
Well, the second half has mirrored the way the first half went on the first 2 drives. Each team with the long scoring drives here in the third quarter. As you see, Nick Garai, who was in there on that kickoff return. It'll be good field position for Mahnomen. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. 21-20 Mahnomen leading Bold. Extra points been a story here. Less than 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Great 2A championship. DeVries cuts. Gets across the 40 where he's stopped by a trio of red shirts. Including Brian Weiss, and that's Luke Herdina. You're looking at right there. 4 yards for DeVries. 2nd and 6 from the Mahnomen 42. You know, when you have a lead, even though right now it's obviously a 1-point lead, the way that running game is going, chewing up, they like to chew up the time of possession. 2nd and 6 from their own 42. Quentin Tiemann this time, and he is slowed down by Derek Fisher.
Doesn't get much of a break, does he?
No, look at him. Scores the touchdown, and he's in there stopping the speedy Quentin Tiemann. Only a couple of yards for Tiemann there. 3rd and 3 from the 45. As you see, we're under a minute to go in the third quarter. The Bold fans want to stop here for their defense. They're on their feet. Mahnomen says, well, we've made third downs before. 90% Bauman fakes back to DeVries. He needed to get to the 48. I think he's a little bit short. It depends where his progress is. Dusty Stanke, Brian Weiss in there on the play. Time ticking away at the end of the third quarter. It's 4th and 1 at the 47. And it's a 21-20 game after 3 quarters. Should be a fantastic last 12 minutes, or maybe more. Fourth quarter coming up on the Carex scoreboard. Mahnomen leading 21-20. 4th and 1. A huge play here. The Bold fans want a stop. Ben Bauman coming up to the line. He's got who else? Tiemann and DeVries behind him. Look at the dominance on the rushing yards. Tiemann, it's going to be close. Needed to get to the 48-yard line. Big pile of red shirts there. I would think we'll have a measurement here. Lou Cardina, whose name we've called a lot more in the second half, in there. This is big right here.
It looks like Mahnomen did get enough yards from up here. They are going to bring out the chains, but if they did stop him, that's a huge stop. Not only where we are in the game, but also for Bold's confidence level. And you know, they haven't been able to stop Mahnomen. First down, just by the tip of a football. They got it. Bold made a bold stand on that play, but not able to stop him. But as I was saying, I mean, confidence-wise, their defense probably getting tired by now, too. They've been out on the field a lot. Both defenses have been out a lot.
Close to 240 rushing yards for Mahnomen in this game, and Bold is running well. They're over 100. But that's been the Mahnomen story, other than that one touchdown from Ben Bauman to Adam Simon. 1st and 10. 48-yard line. The Mahnomen 48. DeVries across midfield. Derek Fisher in there on the tackle. Brian Weiss also there. That's Dusty Stanke, who's been all over the field too. You can tell by his jersey.
When people talk about an effective running game, they don't mean that we need to break 40, 50-yard runs. What they mean is that they need to get 4 or 5 yards every carry. That's an effective running game, and that's the way that you're going to beat teams.
Yep, they're not being stopped for losses, and they're keeping the chains moving. 2nd and 7 at the 49. 3 yards on that play. This time, Bauman, his second pass of the game. Going deep. Looks like we'll have an interference call. Todd Seidel was covering Travis Spaeth. The question I have about plays like that is it a catchable ball?
Bauman, as you said, only a second pass of the game, but a pretty good pass, too. And Seidel with good coverage, but watch, right there, it gets his hand on his helmet.
It was catchable.
Yep, and a good call.
Nearly completed, too. Well, that's as good as a completion. It was 2nd and 7 at the 49. Now the ball goes to the Bold 34-yard line. 1st and 10, more importantly, a fresh set of downs for Mahnomen.
The Bold defense, as I said, forced 40 turnovers during the regular season. They're going to need a turn. They're going to need to try to force something here in order to stop Mahnomen, get their ball back to their offense.
Looks like we had a false start on the Mahnomen side. Bold had no penalties in the first half, 2 in the second. Yeah, it looks like an illegal procedure call. So after the big penalty on the pass interference, Mahnomen makes a mistake, and they'll face a 1st and 15. Now Mahnomen came in here by scoring in a miraculous comeback. They were down 21-6 to Atwater Cosmos Grove City, down 21-6 with 1:01 left, and they won it 22-21.
Yeah, they've had 4 one-point games all season long, and this team has some magic in them in the late parts of ball games.
This time the pitch, it was read well. Tiemann on the pitch. Brent Vogt may not get credit for the tackle. Derek Flan was in there along with Dusty Stonke, but it was Brent Vogt who really changed that play. Here it is. Keep an eye on 53 in red. Slowed him up, and I should give credit to Brian Weegar as well. Well, 1st and 10 has become 2nd and 18, a loss of 3 on the play. Bold read it that time. Bauman throwing, he's under pressure. Flan in there, and Flan's going to get the sack along with Vogt. That's the first time really a quarterback's been in trouble. Brian Weegar might have gotten his mitts on him as well. And the Bold defense toughening up here.
Excellent pass rush by Bold. Bauman looks but has very little time. Pocket collapses. And they bring him down.
Ryan Weegar made sure he stayed down. 3rd and 18. Since the pass interference call, there's been a loss of 8 yards. Mahnomen with that false start didn't help. Fake on the reverse, and look at this. DeVries down the sideline. Bailey knocks him out of bounds inside the 10. Mahnomen fakes the reverse. DeVries keeps it, and it's 1st and goal, Indians.
Mahnomen's been this game at least pretty conservative on their offense. There's a little bit of trickery here, and DeVries just shows his speed down the sideline. Nearly a touchdown.
36 yards, and look at on the run, and 196 for DeVries. Team in near the 5-yard line. You know, Chris Carter of the Vikings has been getting a lot of notice for downfield blocking. Tiemann did the same thing there as DeVries was going down the sideline. Tiemann gave him a caravan. Ball at the 5-yard line, 2nd and goal. One-point game, and Mahnomen with the lead, trying to extend it. Trying to respond after Bold scored a touchdown. Bauman on the pitch. DeVries cutting, not this time. Brian Weiss slams him down. Weiss was 73 tackles this season coming into the Prep Bowl.
Weiss with an excellent tackle on this play, holds his ground. Watch how he just squares up there, just pulls him down.
Brent Vogt gets an assist. Loss of a couple, so it's 3rd and goal from the 7. Coming up on 8 minutes left in the 2A championship. Here's Bauman. Touchdown, Adam Simon for the 2nd time.
I think he's only thrown 4 passes today. 2 of them touchdowns. Both those touchdowns to Adam Simon.
Simon says touchdown, and one may as well have been a completion because it was that interference call.
Bowman doesn't pass a lot, but he does pass well.
On for the extra point. No good. Low and away like a good slider. Dan Pavick's kick, no good. It's a 7-point game. Mahnomen leading 27-20 on the CarX scoreboard. Scubin, you said that when Ben Bauman throws, he is economical. He doesn't throw often, but when he does, something good happens for Mahnomen.
Yep, his 2nd touchdown to Adam Simon. Nice pass. Put it right on the money. 61 yards, 11 plays, 5 minutes and 55 seconds. 7-yard touchdown toss from Bauman to Simon.
Both his touchdowns have been right where they had to be.
Simon says smile. There you go, see? You heard us.
You just have a way with people. They just listen.
I know. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. 27-20. Mahnomen up 7. Short kick. Shaw on the run at the 20. Past the 30, the 35. Near the 40. Charlie Ryan was in there on the tackle, along with Dave Jarina, who you see right there. Good field position for Bold, and they're down 7.
Yeah, that missed extra point is big.
Yep.
Instead of being down by 8, they're only down by 7. Shaw's come up big in this third and fourth quarter in the second half. Dusty Stonke, who Bold's top receiver, may have a slight hamstring pull from the first half, so you're seeing a little bit more Shaw.
Here's Fisher. He wants to throw it. He's going deep. He's got Shaw open, just out of his reach. What an arm by Derek Fisher. He had him.
Yeah, we saw Derek Fisher, his ability to run. He threw the big, nice pass there, just too far for Shaw.
You could see this developing.
The halfback option.
The razzle-dazzle, he just wound it up. And he had him. B.J. Shaw, just out of his reach. I think he was the cover man on the touchdown earlier. The full body extension just about knocked down the pass, but Simon grabbed it. 2nd and 10 at the 39. Fisher, I think they're doing it again. Cross field. Bailey's got it. First down. Bold. And you talk about bold, Mr. Skoogman. Oh, my.
That is bold. 2 times in a row. This time I don't think he was looking downfield at all for Shaw. He was going the other way. I think John Elway just caught a pass a couple weeks ago just like this.
You took the words out of my mouth. And he paid the price. Nathan MacArthur drilled him. But look at that. That is John Elway. The Broncos like to do that.
I like Cam Bailey. He's played an excellent game. He can run. He can throw very well.
Now he can catch.
And he can catch. He can do it all.
Now we'll see if that's a shot in the arm for Bold. 1st and 10 at the 40. Pump fake for Bailey. They're throwing on this drive. Teeman. Pressure. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Teeman was trailing him. Looked like Travis Spaeth was looking right at him. So Spaeth and Teeman.
Give Mahnomen's defense their secondary credit on that play. They had the Bold receivers covered very well. And Bailey had no choice but to try to take it himself.
And you see Quentin Teeman playing defense, but he's been huge on offense as well, scoring a touchdown. He is now he's going to play it. Here comes Bold up to the line of scrimmage. We'll see how he's doing. 2nd and 10 after the no gain. Here's the pitch to Zupke. He gets near the 35, near about the 36. So it'll be 3rd down. Nathan MacArthur in there on the tackle.
And Teeman, number 37, holding, looks like his hand.
Yep, his left hand.
But he's staying in there.
Says he'll play with it. 3rd and 6 at the 36.
Maybe got it crunched in a helmet or something.
It was on that play where Bailey scrambled. Bailey scrambling again, rolling out, lofting it, open. 1st down, Jay Rude. And Charlie Shaw put a hit on him. Looked like the Bold fans wanted some kind of flag. Charlie Ryan. Charlie Ryan knocking out Jay Rude, but it's a 1st down, Bold.
Rude with a nice route gets right under the coverage here. And Bailey sees him. He's wide open.
He's confident back there.
Yep. And he runs. That's tough to roll that way and throw. Does it well.
I wonder if Bold was thinking face mask there. Is up near the face mask. Bailey scrambling, buying time, complete. Same man, Jay Rude, 2 in a row.
Yep, Bailey, we talked about his poise. Rude, at least 2nd or 3rd receiver. He looked off 2 others before he found Rude, so he's got a lot of poise and he's rolling out, buying time. He looked off 2 other receivers before he went to Rude. And Rude again under the coverage there for a nice game.
And like college ball, once you hit the ground with the ball, you are down even if no one touches you. 7 yards on the play. This time to come back. Derek Fisher spinning across the 15 near the 13. That should be a first down. They need to get to the 14-yard line. Depending on where the mark is, it's going to be close. Tony Francis in there on the stop. 5:09 left in the fourth. 27-20 Mahnomen. It's just been a fantastic game here. Well played on both sides. Not sloppy at all. Here comes the measurement. Oh, boy, that's close. Second. It was 2nd and 3. Now it's 3rd and inches. Now Mahnomen's bread and butter has been the run, and they've scored a couple times with a pass. It's sort of been the reverse for Bold. Their bread and butter this drive has been the pass. First downs are even. Bold wants to change it on this. Bailey, handoff, first person through. Fisher getting near the 5-yard line with a surge. First and goal, Bold.
Fisher ran for about 2 and dove for about 5 on this play. He's kind of pushed forward.
Kept going. First and goal from the 5. Zupke, the second back. Fisher, the first. He's got the ball. Tony Francis hit him, but Fisher propelled himself near the goal line. How did he do that?
Great spin move. He's taking a beating, too, out there. Francis with a hard hit on him, but he spun out of it. Watch him.
And then Jason Morrison had him, too. Second and goal from the 1. Maybe not flashy numbers, but very effective in Prep Bowl 17. The give this time. It's a touchdown. It's Bailey, the keeper. I was so used to looking for Fisher and Zupke, the quarterback, who has done a little of everything on this drive. It's a 1-point game. Now here's the Cam.
The Cam. Keeps it himself, just kind of slides his way in there. Second touchdown rushing of the game.
Bold will use the timeout. They've had problems with extra point conversions. They're down 1 with 4 minutes left in the game. We'll see what they do in a moment on the CarX scoreboard. Welcome back to the 2A championship. Bold trying to take the lead, going for 2. Bailey under pressure. Tiemann, fumble. Ball is picked up. And that is the end of the play. Quentin Tiemann doing it on offense and defense, and it stays a 1-point game. Back with the final 4 minutes of the fourth quarter in the 2A championship. Mahnomen by a point. Mahnomen hoping to pound the drums of victory. They lead by the smallest of margins with 4 minutes left. Now here's the play that would have given Bold the lead.
Yeah, biggest stand by Mahnomen's defense so far. Great pressure. Bailey just has no time to do anything with it, and Tiemann forces the fumble. That hand that he was holding earlier apparently doesn't hurt him too much, because Quentin Tiemann came up huge on that play.
You got to give credit to both sides for their endurance. I mean, a lot of two-way players, as you mentioned earlier. That one's a grounder. It's going to be taken near the 40-yard line, up to about the 43-yard line. Taking it from Mahnomen on that play was Nick Garai.
We can't get inside Bold coach Steve Solom's head, but his kicker, his regular kicker this year, Andy Dollarshell, broke his leg late in the season. Dusty Stonke is the backup kicker. He has a slight hamstring pull, so that may have played a part in whether he decided to go for 2 or go for the extra point. I don't know. We don't know for sure, but we do know that his regular kicker this year has a broken leg. Heard it late in the regular season.
First extra point try hit the crossbar. I think they've gone for 2 ever since the rest of the game. That time it was DeVries. Nathan DeVries. I think he's at 200 yards, give or take a few. Nathan DeVries, he got 3 on that play. Ball's at the 48. It'll be 2nd and 7. Now Cam Bailey wants to get his hands on the ball one more time. Another great drive, 10 plays, 61 yards, just under 4 minutes of possession. But the clock is running with 3:20 left. Bold has been unable to stop the Mahnomen drives here. Across midfield into Bold territory. At time, I believe it was Team. 3rd and short, 3rd and 3, ball at the Bold 48. DeVries with 198 yards. Nathan DeVries. He's at 18.99 for the season. 3rd and 3, ball at the 48. Huge play, 2:40 left. Bauman looked like he almost fumbled the snap, but he kept it. Ben Bauman needed to get to the 45. He didn't get there.
I think he did fumble the snap, Jeff. I think he kind of lost it just for a second when it came from center there, and I don't think it was a quarterback sneak. I don't think that was the play that was called. I think we can probably see it here.
Yep, you're right.
He did. Fumbled the exchange just a little bit.
He almost lost it. The Bold players were trying to strip it. Would have been a handoff to Team, and you're right. Now that the time is running here, we're coming up on 2 minutes in the game. Bold has 2 timeouts. Now we have 1:59. Mahnomen takes a timeout. Well, that time in between from the end of the play to now, that just took off about 25 seconds of game clock. It's marked as 4th and 2 at the 47.
You got to give credit to both teams here. Both have played excellent, both offensively and defensively. One thing that's interesting, I don't believe we've had any turnovers in this game. And Bold, they forced a lot of turnovers this year. We said before, 40 turnovers, 22 interceptions, 18 fumble recoveries. But and they need to try to force a fumble recovery, because I can guarantee you that if Mahnomen gets this first down, they're not going to throw the ball again. They've only thrown it 4 times all game.
Bold has 2 timeouts left. If Mahnomen does get the 2 yards they need for the first down, obviously they're going to have to stop the clock, because there's 1:59 left in this game. I mean, both teams, you said, have played well. The ground game has worked. Mahnomen, when they've thrown, have been successful. Cam Bailey has had a more dynamic passing game today. Really, the extra points are about the only thing you can point to. Really a well-played game. Here we go. 4th and 2 for Mahnomen. And look at the 4th downs. Perfect on both sides. Teeman. I don't think he got there.
Didn't get there. He did not get there. A huge stand by the Bold defense. They come up big.
We'll see if Mahnomen gets the measurement. Looks like they're calling for the chain gang. There's 1:55 left. That play only took 4 seconds.
That spot from up here, I don't think he got it.
Well, he had to get to about the 45. It looks like it's closer to the 46-yard line. I'll be shocked if this spot goes Mahnomen's way. Can you move your legs, please?
Down in front.
Bold holds. Well, maybe this is a game where last one to touch the football wins. They always say that in basketball. Might be the case here.
Mahnomen's defense has to look deep down now, because they've played well. They're going to need to stop Cam Bailey, Derek Fisher, and Tim Zupke one more time.
1:55 to go. Both teams 2 timeouts. Cam Bailey way back. He's gone back 10 yards. He's got nowhere to go. He is sacked. Nathan MacArthur, one of about 5 white shirts. Chris Zimmel was in there. That's Jason Morrison, number 57. A loss of 10 puts it at 2nd and 20, and there's 1:30 on the clock. Time is running. And you talked about the kicking game, Andy. A field goal would win it, but I don't think Bold can take one because of their kicking game. Bailey back. He's getting pressure. across the field, incomplete. Well, it stops the clock with 1:17 left. Derek Fisher, the intended receiver.
Great defensive stand once again by Mahnomen. There's nobody open. There's absolutely no one open, and Bailey has no time to throw this football. Watch the pressure here. Quentin Tiemann. Again, Tiemann coming up big.
You have to be impressed with his play on both sides of the ball.
Both sides of the ball. And Bailey just has nowhere to go.
Pretty good stats for Cam Bailey, but he's having trouble getting time. 3rd and 20. Bailey looking long. Dusty Stanky goes through his hands. Good coverage by Nathan DeVries. Well, that was close. Could have been an interception, could have been a catch. Clock stops. 4th and 20. It comes down to this.
DeVries step for step with Stanky on this play.
Oh, that was there. But
Just gets his hand up and distracts Stanky, I think, a little bit from his line of sight on the ball. Just not able to make the catch.
And you have to wonder how he is doing. You mentioned he may have a hamstring problem. 4th and 20. Timeout called by Bold. They have 1 left. Now this is it with 1:11 left.
Mahnomen getting used to these close games, though, this year. As you said, in the semifinals, they came back to win by 1, 22-21. Scored 16 points in the last minute.
It was 21-6 with 1:01 left. Mahnomen got a touchdown with about 47 seconds left. That got them to, and then they went for 2. That made it 21-14. He kicked an onside kick, recovered. 3 plays later, they scored the touchdown, and then there was no hesitation on Ken Bauman's part. He went for 2. Nathan DeVries dragged a couple of Atwater, Cosmos, Grove City players into the end zone, and they won it. They scored actually in 16 points in about 35 seconds. Bold needs to get to the Mahnomen 44-yard line. Here's Bailey going long for Stanky. Has a step. It's tipped away. Nathan DeVries.
DeVries and Tiemann both. If we could give a co-player of the game, we would do it, because those 2 guys have come up huge on both offense and on defense. And DeVries with a great play there. Two great plays right in a row to deny Stanky the catches.
Looked like he might have had a step as you see the coverage.
The pass just a little bit underthrown.
And DeVries had the inside path and knocked it away. So with 1:05 left, Mahnomen takes over at the Bold 36. Bold can stop the clock once. They have 1 timeout. Bauman takes a knee. Mahnomen in this decade won titles in 90, 91, 92, and 93. Time running down. It's been a fantastic game. Really, you can just point to the conversions as the difference in this game. Another knee, under a half minute. The celebrating is beginning on the maroon and gold side. And it looks like Bold will not use the timeout. The scoreboard said they had 1 left. Mahnomen is the 1998 Class 2A champion. Congratulations to the Indians. Well, they won a 1-point game to get here. They win the championship with a squeaker, 27-26 over Bold in a game of great scoring drives by each team answering the other.
Ken Bauman, the coach for Mahnomen, 30 years. He's been the coach, his 6th state championship, and there's been talk about him possibly retiring after this season, and if he does so, he's definitely going out on top. Number 1 for Mahnomen in Class 2A. And his heart this year had to have skipped a few beats. 5 times they've won by 1 point, including the title game.
Well, if he does retire, what a way to go out, too, and with his son as the quarterback. But you got to give Bold a lot of credit, too. They kept coming back, but they had it tied at halftime. They just couldn't quite get over the top. Nathan DeVries with some big plays on both sides of the ball. What a difference he made, along with Quentin Tiemann. Just a fantastic championship game. 27-26 the final. For the 5th time in the 90s and the 6th overall, Mahnomen calls itself a state champion.
Bold has nothing to be ashamed of. They played an excellent ball game. Like you said, whoever has the ball last pretty much won this ball game. Mahnomen's defense comes up big when it counts late in the 4th quarter. Right now, let's go down to Lillian McDonald. Lil?
That's right. We've got Ken Bauman, head coach of Mahnomen, and he is all wet and thrilled, and he is cheering his fans. What a game, Coach.
Great game. I tell you what, these kids of mine, I just can't say enough about them. I mean, this is the 5th one we've won by a point. I mean, these kids have made plays all season long and hung in there, and my hat's off to them. They played their hearts out.
I tell you what, you got one big play out of one player, number 57, on that sack, the quarterback sack there that kept Bold as they were trying to bring the ball back. Talk about that play.
Well, we're coming with pressure, and we were going 3 deep and 4 underneath, and we just let everybody else tee off, and it was a big play for it. There are a lot of big plays in this game.
There's your team. There they are. I think that pretty much does it for my work down here on the field. I don't have an interview anymore. He's celebrating with his team, guys.
Thank you very much, Lillian. What a scene that is. You can see the emotion in Ken Bauman's face. Wow, what a scene. Congrats to Mahnomen. We're back with more in a moment. You're watching Prep Bowl 17 on UPN 9. Home of Prep Bowl 17. The last 2 games, nail biters. Mahnomen defeats Bold 27-26 in a well-played game. To me, it came down to the conversions. With Andy Skugman, Jeff Grayson, a fantastic 2A championship.
Excellent. I'm just getting the stats right now for our players of the game. And we said earlier that if we could give a player of the game to both Nathan DeVries and Quentin Tiemann, we'd do it. And you know what? We're going to do
That's what we are going to do. And it was hard to pick. But let's start, first of all, with Mr. Tiemann. I think we're starting with our defensive player of the game. Quentin Tiemann also played running back, but he was number 37 for Mahnomen. And this was huge because this was for the lead for Bold on the 2-point conversion.
Watch Tiemann with the penetration, gets right at Cam Bailey, knocks the ball loose, and that pretty much ended the game for Bold. They had won at last try, but Mahnomen's defense came up big. But Quentin Tiemann, huge on defense. He also had 21 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown on offense. Offensive player of the game, Nathan DeVries, 28 carries, 198 yards rushing, and 1 touchdown. Those 2 guys in the backfield definitely made Mahnomen go offensively, and both of them, and DeVries too as well. On defense, he played an excellent defensive game too.
Yeah, he had great pass coverage on Bold's last gap on defense when he was playing in the secondary, trying to stop Stonke for Bold. American Dairy Association's players of the game, you just met them, Quentin Tiemann and
Nathan
DeVries. They'll receive a certificate and a donation sent to Mahnomen High School on behalf of your local dairy farmers who ask.
Got milk?
Yes, I do. Look forward to having some right now. Roger Buxton and Andy Skugman will be calling our 3A game between Foley and Jackson County Central. Back with more from Prep Bowl 17 in a moment on UPN 9.
Now, one of the men of the hour, Nathan DeVries. Congratulations on a victory.
Thank you very much.
Some sweet plays tonight. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we just came out to win the game, and we knew we could do it, and we played for the coach, and we played for ourselves, and we played for Mahnomen, and we played for pride.
Now, the big talk on this game is the conversion points. There seemed to be some trouble on those for both teams.
Yeah, we our field goal kicker hasn't been real consistent, but he nailed the first 3, and we sucked it up on D, and we just came out and made the stop.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Very good. Championship victory here again for Mahnomen. I'm Lily McDonald. I'd like to say